Let's straight to our reporter Dan Khan, who's in Manchester for us. Dan, what's the news?
Good evening, Bella. Well, look, a week ago, Manchester United hadn't signed a player this summer, but now they have their third this week. And he is a Manchester United player confirmed by the club in the last 60 seconds. He signs a contract at Manchester United until June 2031. By my maths, that is a 5-year contract at Manchester United.
It's a difficult situation. I think unfortunately there are some certain realities within the game, within the Premier League, and I think it was just within football. I think when Newcastle have pushed since the takeover, they've done all these great things, absolutely, and they've been in the Champions League. But the 1 year you're not in the Champions League, a lot of players don't have patience, and they've had some PSR issues, they've had some financial issues, where they're also not a club that can just spend and spend and spend and spend. So you have to balance the books, and maybe this is a case of balancing the books by having to sell some of these players and reinvest in some other assets, make some money, make some profit, and then look again to the future and kick on again. So it's a very difficult situation for them. You know, I think ultimately if the likes of Bruno Guimarães wants to leave and thinks he's achieved everything he can with Newcastle and got that trophy, been in the Champions League, and it's time to move on.
Okay, he had a medical last night.
Attributes that Dorgu possesses in terms of that athleticism and that physicality, and he's 6'1". It's very important to have somebody who's got a big engine who can do both facets of the game at a high intensity. Manchester United do not have enough players who can play at high intensity for the duration of games. So I think it's a good place to start, but it's going to take time. But Manchester United need to be shopping around for those types of players with potential. They're not in a position to be bringing in world-class stars right now. Manchester United are 13th in the Premier League. So definitely the type of profile, and I think one that Manchester United fans could look at and say, okay, I can see why they're going after that player, but can't get too excited, Matt. Yeah. Got to relax.
Okay.
Manchester United have once again captured the football world's attention with reports of a sensational £90 million move for Brazilian midfielder Bruno Guimarães from Newcastle United. If completed, the deal would rank among the biggest transfers of the summer and signal the club's determination to rebuild a midfield capable of competing for the biggest trophies. For years, Manchester United supporters have called for the arrival of a dominant, technically gifted midfielder who can dictate the tempo of matches while contributing defensively and offensively. Bruno Guimarães has consistently demonstrated those qualities in the Premier League, making him one of the most sought-after midfielders in European football. Since arriving in England, Guimarães has established himself as one of the league's most complete midfielders. His ability to control possession, break opposition lines with intelligent passing, and recover the ball has made him the heartbeat of Newcastle's midfield. What sets the Brazilian apart is his versatility. He can operate as a deep-lying playmaker, a box-to-box midfielder, or in a more advanced role, where he can create chances and support the attack. His composure under pressure and leadership qualities make him the type of player capable of elevating those around him. Supporters would undoubtedly view the signing as one of the most exciting additions in recent years. Social media would likely be filled with optimism, with many believing the Brazilian could become the midfield leader the club has been searching for. Whether this move ultimately happens, or remains transfer speculation, one thing is certain: Bruno Guimarães possesses the qualities to make a significant impact at any of Europe's biggest clubs, and his future will continue to be one of football's most closely watched stories.